Google Omni Flash looks seriously impressive. But if cloud video is getting this strong, why would anyone still run LTX 2.3 locally? I tested both on the same idea, cloud against local, and the answer is not as simple as newer model wins. Omni looks newer. It feels clean, fast, and almost effortless. For a lot of creators, that is exactly what cloud video is supposed to be. But local AI is not dead. Because this comparison is not only about raw quality. It is about control, iteration, and workflow. This is where the comparison gets more interesting. I expected Omni to pull much further ahead. And yes, Gemini Omni Flash usually looks cleaner. The motion is smoother, the timing feels more natural, and it needs less babysitting. But local LTX is not collapsing here. Across 5 very different shots, it holds a surprisingly usable level. On the human shot, the mechanic shot, and even the wide rider scene, local stays more competitive than I expected. And that matters, because this is not only about the prettiest single clip. It is about whether you can run tests, repeat them, batch them, and keep the whole workflow local. This is where Omni starts to feel different. It is not only generating a clean 10-second clip from a prompt. The bigger idea is the workflow around it. You can type the scene, add references, use an image, or even bring in an existing video, then keep shaping the result inside the same cloud tool. And Google is clearly pushing this as conversational video editing. Change the camera angle, change the action, replace one object with another. Keep editing the same clip step by step instead of rebuilding the whole scene from scratch. That is the cloud advantage. For one polished result quickly, Omni is much easier to like. Less setup, faster previews, references, video editing, audio, and a cleaner path from idea to finished clip. But that convenience is also the point. It is powerful, but it is still someone else's cloud workflow. But this is the part people forget. Yes, the online model is better at raw quality. The physics are cleaner, the motion is smoother, and the first result usually looks more polished. Local LTX is not beating Omni on that. The reason to run local is freedom. Cloud video tools come with credits, queues, filters, blocked prompts, model availability, and platform rules. Sometimes you're not fighting the model. You're fighting the product around the model. Known characters, protected brands, certain styles, or just the wrong wording can stop the idea before it even renders. With a local workflow, the trade-off is different. The model is weaker, but it is yours to run. You can test more, batch more, keep every output, change settings, automate the pipeline, and explore ideas that a cloud service may simply refuse. So the real question is not which model looks better. The real question is whether you want the cleanest cloud result or control over the whole process. So where does local actually fit? For me, the strongest argument is not that LTX beats Omni on quality. It does not. The strongest argument is freedom. With a cloud model, the platform owner sets the rules. With a local model, the creator sets the rules. That matters for private footage, client work, unreleased products, personal references, or ideas you do not want to upload into someone else's system. It also matters for cost. Cloud tools can be amazing, but every generation usually lives inside credits, limits, queues, or subscription rules. With local LTX, once the setup is installed, you're not spending cloud credits every time you press generate. You can run as many attempts as your hardware can handle, and the whole pipeline stays yours. The prompts, settings, scripts, outputs, comparisons, and final workflow. That does not make local magically better than Omni. It makes it useful in a different way. Cloud gives you convenience. Local gives you ownership. So here is my verdict. If you only care about the cleanest first result, Omni is the obvious winner. It looks newer, it is easier to use, and the cloud workflow is much more polished. But that does not make local video pointless. Local LTX is weaker visually, especially when physics and realism get hard. But local does not only mean LTX. If one local model fails, you can switch tools. LTX, WAN 2.2, different workflows, different checkpoints, different pipelines. These are not the newest cloud models anymore, but they are still usable for real production when you know where they fit. And yes, Google does have video APIs like VO 3.1. But the Omni workflow I'm testing here is still a cloud product experience. Local models are different. They are runnable, scriptable, and under your control on your own machine today. So I would not treat this as Omni versus local. I would treat it as Omni plus local. Use Omni when you want the fastest polished result. Use local models when you want freedom, privacy, and control over the pipeline. The future is probably not one model replacing the other. It is creators choosing the right layer for the job. I'll leave the free workflow below. You can use it as a clean starting point for making your own local AI videos. It follows the full creative path, from the scene idea to the first frame, the prompt, the clip generation, then picking the best take, refining it, and finishing the final video. If you want to start building your own shots, this is the easiest place to begin. Link is in the description. If you want to save setup time, you can join the premium group. There you get the one-click auto installer for this model, plus installers and workflow packs for other tools like WAN 2.2, Flux, and more. I'm also adding Viper Film Builder. Through Comfy UI, it turns prepared keyframes into a local AI short film with logs, review files, timings, and resume support. Link is in the description.